Hey everyone, this is Michael again, and we are live. Yes, we are live, and this is going to be another live stream for you guys. Datila will be joining me in a few. We're going to give our predictions for Forbidden Door, which is going to be later today, and it's going to be a lot of matches on the card. So there's a total of 14 matches. If you include the 0 hour matches, which are there's 4 matches on 0 hour, which is crazy. So I expect this show to start at to start at 7 o'clock. If you count like the 0 hour show, the 0 hour matches that are on the pre-show, and then you count the regular card, which starts at 8. Knowing that then the show won't be over until like maybe like after 12:30. Hopefully it doesn't go until 1 o'clock, because that'll be absolutely terrible. We don't need a pay-per-view to go 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning here on the East Coast. It's not needed. Tony Khan needs to, do that and figure it out. How to maintain, these lengths of their pay-per-views. But they really have to, figure something out, because nobody's gonna sit, from 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock to like 12:30, 1 a.m. You know, people got to be at work, the next day. So that's what I hate when WWE used to do that. When you used to start at 8 o'clock, and then it would go, towards like 11:30, 12 o'clock. It was not needed. Not needed. But yeah, we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be giving our predictions for Money in the Bank, and also the wrestling news. What's happening in the world of professional wrestling. So we're going to talk about that. And give me a second, guys. I will be right back. All right, guys, I am back. Going to crack open a Coca-Cola. Uh, so cheers to tonight. Okay, so going to wait for the Tilla. Okay, so yeah, but my day was good. Work today. Another day, another dollar. But overall, it was a okay day. Not too shitty. I got to work tomorrow, so it's going to be another long day. 4th of July weekend is coming up, so it's going to be a busy week. But what are you all doing for the 4th of July? Like I'm not doing anything. Just 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 hanging out. Probably watch like a few movies. You know, I have my PS5, so I'm going to try to play some games there. And with that being said, my guest has arrived. Please welcome the queen of the YWC and also the Power Rangers queen. Please welcome my buddy Datila.
What's up? How
What's
are
up?
you? Huh?
Had to give you that nice welcome.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. So how you been, Datila?
I've been alright. Just here.
Yep. Yeah, it was a long night for me here.
It's gonna be a long night for you tomorrow too.
Yeah, 14 matches on this card.
When I was in Houston for Memorial Day weekend,
Mhm.
I actually experienced what that was like having to because remember Houston is Central Time,
Mhm.
and for me, like these AEW pay-per-views, they end, let's say 9:30, maybe 10 o'clock, which is still early for us.
Mhm.
So when I was in Houston, Double or Nothing didn't end till like 11:30, close to like midnight, and I'm like,
Oh wow.
how do you guys do this?
I don't know. It sucks because like they should learn how to like shorten down these pay-per-views. Tony Khan needs to do something about this because this is what WWE used to do. When Vince was in charge and his whole administration, where they would book a pay-per-view. The pay-per-view would start at 8 o'clock, and then sometimes it would go over like 11:30, 12 o'clock, midnight here. And
Yeah,
Tony
you guys
Khan
have it. You guys are bad. Thank God I live on the West Coast.
and Tony Khan needs to do something about that. Nobody wants to sit from. All right, let's say you watch. Let's say you start watching the show at 7. You got matches that are on the pre-show, 0 hour, and then you get to the main card, which starts at 8 o'clock, and then it then the pay-per-view like is still on by like 11:30, 12 o'clock. People got work the next day,
That's true.
so they need
That's true.
so they need to they need to shorten this.
They do. Maybe we should just get into the predictions since we do have 14 matches to get through.
Mess. And we could go over if you want to Money in the Bank predictions because next Saturday is Money in the Bank. If you want to.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I think it's too soon for that because we don't have the full set of the Money in the Bank participants.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
So let's just start with the predictions because, yeah, we got 14 matches to get through. So it's going to be a while.
Yeah. Yeah. 14 matches. Jeez. Okay, so we're gonna get to the Forbidden Door matches. Like we said, 14 matches that are on this card, and pray to the wrestling gods that some of
Moose
these
and
matches
JBL.
are short. Because I know at some point I'm going to be passing out on this show tomorrow. I passed out on the last pay-per-view.
Dynasty? No, Forbidden Double or Nothing.
Double or Nothing. Yeah, I passed out on Double or Nothing because it was so long.
I actually did too. I I fell asleep, but that's because it was a combination of many things. It was the heat, the humidity in Houston's like no fucking joke, man.
Yeah, I could imagine.
But it was worth it because I got to meet John Cena.
There you go. I'm so jealous that Datila got to meet John Cena. So we're gonna go over the other predictions here. My cat's tail's in the way. So here we go. We're gonna start off with the matches that are on the 0 hour, the pre-show. If you guys are gonna watch the pre-show, which I know some of you probably aren't, you're just waiting until the regular card. The main card starts at 8 o'clock. So the first match here on 0 hour is Los Ingobernables de Japan.
Los Ingobernables de Japón.
Yeah, thank you, Datila. We have Yota Tsuji, Titan, and Hiromu Takahashi versus the Lucha Brothers, Penta El Zero Miedo, Ray Phoenix, and Mystico. This is a trios match, and I don't even know who Los Ingobernables de Japón are.
Los Ingobernables de Japón. They had a match, I think, on Dynamite.
I never seen any of their matches, so I can't comment on how good they are. But who knows? If I get to watch the 0 Hour tomorrow, maybe I'll know how they are. So I have to say that I'm gonna go with the Lucha Brothers. I think Penta and Phoenix and Mystico are going to win this match. So, what do you think, Datila?
I had to pick Los Lucha Brothers and, of course, Místico to win this match as well.
Yeah, I have to. This sounds like a very mid match to
I'm
me.
looking forward to this match. Okay, I believe they said this is the first time ever Místico and the Lucha Brothers are tag teaming together, so I'm really looking forward to it.
All right then. Next is Chris Statlander and Momo Watanabe versus Will Nightingale and Tom Nakano. This is a tag team match. Obviously, we all know that Chris Statlander and Will Nightingale are in a feud, and putting them in a tag team match here, I'm like, really? I'm like, we should get Chris Statlander and Will Nightingale just a one-on-one match, because they've been teasing it. But
we're getting that match during the Owen Hart tournament. That's why.
Yes. But I'm gonna have to go with Chris Statlander and Momo Watanabe to win this match. Obviously, this is going to play into a factor between Statlander and Nightingale. When they eventually meet one-on-one in the Owen Hart Cup tournament. So I'm gonna have to go with, like I said, Statlander and Watanabe. What do you think, Datila?
Same. I don't really care for this match, unfortunately.
Sounds like a throwaway match.
Yeah.
Next, we got Mariah May versus Saraya in the Women's Owen Hart Cup tournament first round match. And I gotta say, they've been doing a pretty good job in, building around this Owens Hart Cup tournament. A lot of good stars in this match. But I have to go with Mariah May. I see Mariah May being the one to win this whole Women's Owen Hart Cup tournament. She's going to be the one to win it, and then she will face Toni Storm at All In for the Women's Championship.
Considering my pick, Deonna Purrazzo got eliminated in the first round. Huh?
The Virtuosa.
Yeah, the Virtuosa got eliminated.
And Datila, we gotta do this. May she fucking reign.
Long may she fucking reign. Yeah, I got that from my friend Lucha. I knew from the minute Mariah May was in this tournament that she was going to win. She's winning, and it's going to be her versus Storm at All In. That's what the whole entire storyline has been building to. So,
I know I said that Mariah May, she's going to, lead to two things. Either turning on Mina Shirakawa in her match with Toni Storm, or her win the Owen Hart Cup tournament and facing Toni Storm. I'm gonna have to go with that prediction, which we all know it's gonna happen. Because when I thought of it, I'm like, all right, I don't think Mariah May is gonna turn on Mina, but look what happened on Dynamite, where Mariah May accidentally hit that champagne glass to Mina Shirakawa.
It was the opposite. Mina accidentally hits Mariah May.
Yeah, I forgot Mina. I'm sorry, but I'm leaning more towards Mariah May winning the Owen Hart Cup tournament, her facing Toni Storm at All In Wembley for the Women's Championship. So, going with Mariah May. Next is the last match on the 0 Hour pre-show. where it's a four-way match. House of Black,
Why?
Malachi Black and Brody King versus Tomohiro Ishii, Kyle O'Reilly versus Roderick Strong, Gabriel Kidd versus Private Party. Who is Gabriel Kidd? But I'm
Why
going.
is this? Why is this match even on this card?
This sounds like a match that should be on Rampage or Collision. And side note, I did not watch Collision tonight because I didn't care.
I actually did watch the Collision.
How was it?
It wasn't too bad. The main event I felt was like okay. It was not as strong as it should have been.
What was the main event?
It was a trios match. It was Mark Briscoe,
All right.
Dante Martin, and oh crap, I already forgot who was it. Oh, and Leo Rush versus
Leo Rush.
Yeah, and Leo Rush versus Jack Perry, Konosuke Takeshita, and El Fantasmo ELP.
Oh, okay. That sounds like a good match there. I mean, you got Leo Rush in there. Leo Rush, I'm a fan of Leo Rush.
Yeah, I like Leo Rush too, but there were just some there were just some moments on the match that was like, oh, okay, I feel like it could have been a much stronger match. But I think it's because they were trying to rush it because the ending segment was the weigh-in between Sir Strickland and Will Ospreay, so I felt like that's probably hindered it too.
I'm like, with the weigh-in, I'm like, do I care? Just get the match going. We don't need a weigh-in for Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to go with the House of Black winning this match. I'm like, Tomohiro Ishii, Kyle O'Reilly versus Roderick Strong versus Gabriel Kidd, Private Party. Out of all of them, you all know that House of Black is going to win the match.
I'd be surprised if they didn't.
Yeah, but if they don't win the match, then Creative got it wrong here. Congrats to Buddy Matthews and Rhea Ripley. They got married this week. So congrats to them. But yeah, I'm going with the House of Black. What about you, Datila?
We're going to have the same picks pretty much. Yeah, House of Black.
Okay. So those are your four matches that are on 0 Hour. Outside, if you take out House of Black, Tomohiro Ishii, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, Gabriel Kidd, Private Party, you would have a pretty decent 0 Hour. I wonder who this Gabriel Kidd is. He's currently signed to New Japan. Member of the Bullet Club. All right. Just never seen him wrestle before.
He wrestled, I think, on Rampage.
Might have been a Rampage I missed.
I think it was this past Rampage.
Now we got the main card here. So we got the ladder match for the vacant AEW TNT Championship. Konosuke Takeshita versus Mark Briscoe versus Jack Perry versus Dante Martin versus Leo Rush versus El Fantasmo. And, they've been building around this TNT Championship match, pretty good, since Copeland had to relinquish the title because he was injured. But to me, they're building this up for Jack Perry to be the next TNT champion. So that being said, I'm going with Jack Perry to win the TNT championship. I think they're giving it to him because you have all the elite have championships. The Bucks have the World Tag Team Championship, and also Okada has the International Championship.
No, Continental. Ospreay has the International.
Continental Championship. God, I'm so out of it tonight. That's why.
It's the heat. It's okay.
So, but yeah, all of the elite had championships, and Jack Perry is the only one that does not have a championship. So they're giving the TNT championship to Jack Perry. What do you think, Tella? Do you think Jack Perry's going to win it?
Of course, I think that. I'm telling you, you're gonna have a lot of the similar picks for this.
Hmm. Oh man, I could predict this in my sleep. Oh, the match that I do not care for and I don't give a shit about. The Learning Tree. Hi guys. Hi everybody. God, God is so awful. That is so fucking awful from Jericho. He acts like Eugene. When Eugene came out, he's like,
I like Brian Myers' version of the Learning Tree a lot better than Chris Jericho's.
hmm. So yeah, the Learning Tree, Jericho and Big Bill, uh, and Jeff Cobb versus Samoa Joe, Hook, and Katsuyori Shibata. Do I even care? Me, I'm going with Samoa Joe, Hook, and Katsuyori Shibata. Learn Tree, ugh. They get a win. I don't care. I'll be like, I don't give a shit. Move on. So, what do you think, Datila?
Yeah, I also gotta pick Hook and Samoa Joe and all of them.
Katsuyori Shibata.
Yeah, and Katsuyori Shibata.
Yeah. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of the Learning Tree gimmick. It's not working. They need to drop it. No, it comes off so bad on TV. And Jericho's just going around. He's like he's being obnoxious and just going, "Hi, how you doing, guys? Hi, everybody." God, every time the Learning Tree comes out, I just want to change the channel. And every time when they come out, I can hear the remotes being picked up by fans watching AEW because I have ultrasonic sound. I know when I hear people picking up their remotes, clicking the channel to anything that's on at 8 o'clock, whether it's on Wednesday night, whether they're watching ABC comedies or anything that's on TNT. So that's better than watching a segment with the Learning Tree in it.
Who do you prefer? Who do you dislike more? I'm curious, the Learning Tree or the Yes Boys?
The Learning Tree.
So you do have a soft spot for Pretty Deadly.
No, I don't. No, I don't. Pretty awful needs to get off my TV as well.
I prefer Pretty Deadly over the Learning Tree.
They're equal. They're both equally bad to me.
I like Pretty Deadly. I think Pretty Deadly's a lot better.
They're not getting over.
If you say
They're,
so.
they're in where have they been in catering?
All right, let's move on to the next match.
Yeah, move on. Enough about the Learning Tree. I've said what I had to say. So next match, the Women's World Championship on the line. Toni Storm, timeless Toni Storm, versus Mina Shirakawa.
Isn't it obvious? Toni Storm.
It's obvious. Toni Storm is going to retain. Mariah May is going to be at ringside to support both of them. And, timeless Toni Storm, she's going to retain. Mia Shirakawa, she's going to be back in Stardom. Oh, but who knows? Maybe Tony Khan might use Mina a whole lot more because I think Mina is over with the crowd there. Is over with the AEW crowd. So I would like to see, Mina, stick around, from time to time on AEW. But yeah, Toni Storm is going to retain the Women's World Championship, and it's going to lead to, like we said earlier, Mariah May winning the Women's Own Heart Cup tournament, and she will get her shot at Toni Storm at All In from Wembley for the title. And the title is going to be won by Mariah May when we get to All In. I see, them putting the title on Mariah. So next is Zack Sabre Jr. versus Orange Cassidy. I like Zack Sabre Jr. Orange Cassidy is fun. I know there are a lot of people that don't like his style of wrestling, his style, his gimmick. But Orange Cassidy is fun, in the ring. His gimmick is not something you take serious. And I'm gonna have to go with Orange Cassidy to win this. I like I said, I like Zack Sabre Jr. But Orange Cassidy, in my opinion, is Tony Khan's golden boy. So I think they're gonna give Orange Cassidy the win. So what do you think, Datila?
I think Orange Cassidy. I do. I think he's quite the character. Zack Sabre Jr. is good. This is actually a rematch from last year's Forbidden Door.
Yes.
So, because Orange Cassidy won last year, I have to give it to Zack Sabre Jr. I don't think a loss hurts Cassidy right now. So I'm going to, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Who knows? Especially if they want to do another match down the road. But I'm going to pick Zack Sabre Jr. for this one.
Okay. I'm going to go to the chat here. We'll take a break here. Love Girl 788 says, I think Jey Uso is going to win Money in the Bank. Tiffany Stratton's going to win Women's Money in the Bank. I see that happen. I think, Tiffany Stratton's going to win Money in the Bank. And, she's so over. Jey Uso, they're going to give it to, hopefully they give it to Chad Gable, because Chad Gable, I hope he finishes, his story with Gunther. So, if Gunther ends up winning, a championship, Chad Gable will get his other match with Gunther. Says that for SummerSlam, I think it's going to be Cody versus Solo Sikoa. It's where Paul Heyman is going to help. Cody wins, and that will make Solo mad, and he'll attack. Cody comes out, and Roman also comes out to make the save. Yes, that's what's going to happen. Mohammed Belshine, it says happy Saturday or late Saturday night. Yeah, well, it's Sunday morning here, but it's still
Saturday night where I'm at.
Saturday for Datila. She's on the West Coast.
So as far as the Money in the Bank winners are concerned, I do think, my picks for the women are either Tiffany Stratton or Chelsea Green. So I'll be happy with either one of those winning. For the men, I don't think Jey Uso is winning despite what everybody thinks. I think that we're heading towards Jimmy and Jey reuniting and Roman Reigns coming back. So I don't see him winning Money in the Bank.
And I think that's going to lead to the old bloodline versus the new bloodline. That's going to be your War Games match.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I don't see Jimmy win. I'd be surprised. I wouldn't be so surprised if Jey Uso does win, because he's a favorite to win. But I would prefer like Chad Gable. I think Josh brought this up in the stream. Like, have Chad Gable win, cash in at Bash in Berlin, and get back at Gunter, because Gunter, what did Gunter do? He humiliated Chad Gable in front of his family. He made his daughter cry, and he laughed about it.
But another thing is, since Chad Gable's a heel, you would have to turn him back to being a babyface.
No, because think about it. Bash in Berlin, where's Bash in Berlin? And Gunter's home turf.
He
would be the heel in that situation.
Okay. So that should be a good match, though, if it ever happens. Says, do you see Shane McMahon showing up at AEW because he's no longer working for WWE? Shows up tomorrow or later on today at Forbidden Door. No, I don't think so. So what did you think of SmackDown yesterday? Was it a good show yesterday, or was it a bad, boring show because they only had one good thing on the show? I did not watch SmackDown. I only saw the ending to SmackDown with the Bloodline acknowledgement, which I thought was a very good segment, where they end up taking out Paul Heyman and Jacob Fatu, jumping off the top, taking out Paul Heyman on the commentary table, destroying it. Thought that was a pretty good segment.
I actually saw SmackDown. I thought it was an 8 out of 10.
Okay, and it was from Madison Square Garden here in New York. The
Hmm.
the greatest arena here in New York. Hey, Big Boy Snacks, Johnny TV, how you doing? Those Chris Jericho should have new catchphrase, don't you think? Yeah, it's called "Hi guys, I'm getting off TV. I'm dropping this whole gimmick." Yeah, that should be it. All right. So moving on, we got MJF versus Hechicero.
Yeah, to settle.
Yeah, and I think this is going to be a good match here. MJF is so over. We all know how over he is, and I'm going with MJF here to win the match. What do you think, Datila?
I like Ichisetto. I really do. I think he's a phenomenal wrestler, but I gotta go with the hometown hero, MJF.
Yeah, it's going to be in Long Island at UBS Arena. So it's in MJF's backyard. I wish I was going to this show, but seeing this card, I'm like, thank God, because hopefully this show doesn't end at 12:30, 1 a.m.
Okay.
Thank God I saved money. Next, we got the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship: Jon Moxley versus Tetsuya Naito. And Jon Moxley, I think he's doing pretty good with being the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. And I'm gonna guess my prediction on how long until Moxley bleeds in this match. I'm guessing 10 minutes. 10 minutes into the match, he starts bleeding because this is a recurrent joke, for people and AEW fans where they say, "Oh, how long until Moxley starts bleeding?" And we all give our predictions. We say 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Moxley's gonna bleed in like 10 minutes during this match. But I'm gonna have to go with Moxley here. Right? Moxley's gonna retain the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. I don't see them taking the title off of him.
Yeah, same here. I picked Moxley.
Next is a trios match. The Elite, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, and Kazuchika Okada versus SZA Ace, Anthony Bowens, Max Caster, Hiroshi Tanahashi, of course, accompanied by Daddy S, Billy Gunn. And, the Elite, they're, getting themselves over. They have the championships. Of course, Jack Perry, tomorrow, they're going to give him the TNT Championship without a doubt. So I'm going to have to say that the Elite are going to win this match. So I don't see, Bowens, Caster, Tanahashi winning this because, AEW's focused on, booking the Elite to the moon. So I'm going with the Elite.
I'm gonna go with Scissor Ace, the Acclaim, because remember this past Wednesday that Elite said Matthew Nicholas Jackson said that the Acclaim could win a non-title match. Or they could win the non-title match, but they're not gonna win the title. Then because this is a non-title, I could see Scissor Ace and the Acclaim win. So I'm gonna pick them.
And then they would get their future shot at the tag team titles.
Yeah, and I think I could see the Acclaim losing that.
Mhm. Next is a winner takes all match for the TBS Championship and the New Japan Strong Women's Championship. We have Mercedes Moné, who is the TBS champion, and Stephanie Vercour.
Just stop. I think we both know who's winning this.
Yes. It's going to be Mercedes.
Mercedes Moné. I'm still looking forward to this.
CEO. I think this is going to be a good match.
Yeah, same.
I mean, I haven't seen Stephanie Vercour's matches,
She
But
had a match against Lady Frost today.
on Collision,
Yeah.
I missed it. But I seen the other video package that they did on her on Dynamite, and I say she's decent in the ring. You know, she could be pretty good here with Mercedes later on today. So I think this is going to be one of like the best matches of the night, in my opinion. So yeah, Mercedes is going to win it. And next we have the men's Owen Hart Cup tournament first round match: Brian Danielson versus Shingo Takagi.
Brian.
Brian is going to win it without a doubt. Brian's so over with the crowd. Everybody loves Brian. So
Well, I know he'll win the match. I don't know if he's gonna win the whole tournament,
no, he's not. I don't think he's going to win the whole tournament.
but he's definitely gonna win the match.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with Brian, of course. I think everybody's going with Brian here. And next, we have the main event, the World Championship, Swerve Strickland versus Will Ospreay. And I think this is going to be the second best match of the night. I think Swerve and Ospreay are going to deliver. It's going to be a very good match between the both of them. The build up to this was great. And I have to say, I think that Will Ospreay is going to defeat Swerve Strickland. I think Will Ospreay is going to be the new world champion because I think this is going to be a long reign. A short reign for Swerve. I just have a feeling that they're going to they're going to take the title off of Swerve tomorrow, and then Will Ospreay is going to be the new champion.
Well, that was my original thinking too. That was what I thought. But after everything that's gone down, I don't think he is. I think with Will Ospreay saying he doesn't need the family to help him, I think Don Callis and the family are going to cost Will Ospreay this match. Or Will Ospreay, somehow, some way, I think Will Ospreay is going to lose. I think he is. Because I think that at first I was like, oh, Will Ospreay's going to lose this. He's going to be the wild card. He's going to go on. We're going to get the rematch at All In. But I think if Hangman is the wild card and Hangman's going to win, I could see them doing Swerve Strickland versus Hangman. Because remember, Swerve Strickland beat Hangman Adam Page.
Yes.
And I could see them giving Hangman Adam Page that win over Swerve Strickland.
And I think we're going to get, if that happens, we're going to get that match at All In.
Yeah, but then I don't know what Will Ospreay would be doing at All In.
That too. They gotta see what they gotta work around there with Ospreay.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Will Ospreay does win. I mean, I could just totally be wrong and Will Ospreay will win this and we get Ospreay versus Hangman. But I just feel like based on what happened on Wednesday last week, not this week, with Will Ospreay saying he didn't need the family and then Trent getting mad that Will Ospreay said that, I could just have a feeling that maybe they're going to get involved in this.
Probably. But I'm going with Ospreay to win it. I mean,
I'm going with Swerve Strickland here.
And Ospreay's so over with the crowd. A lot of people love Ospreay. He's good in the ring. I like how the way he works, in the ring. So, we have different opinions. I have to say Ospreay's going to win, and you say Swerve.
I thought that he was originally. Had that whole thing with Don Callis not happened, I would definitely be, oh yeah, he's winning this. And I even questioned as to why they're doing this so early too. I was like, this was the All In match, and now we're not even. If Will Ospreay does lose, we're not even going to get the rematch at All In.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that should have been the All In match.
Yeah,
they could have built it. They could have built it a lot more as we got to All In.
Hmm. But who knows? Like I said, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's Will Ospreay does win. I don't know.
Well, it's your prediction. You could be right, you could be wrong.
Yeah,
We all have our predictions. Some of them, predict right. Some of them predict wrong.
yeah,
So
yeah. I'm gonna just stick with my original prediction though.
there you go. But yeah, those are the matches that are on Forbidden Door tomorrow, and I know it's going to be a long, long show tomorrow.
Yeah. What time is the pre-show? Is it an hour or an hour 30 minutes?
I think it's an hour.
Okay.
If the matches are like quick, then I think it's going to be an hour.
Okay.
Let me just see what time it starts for anybody that's
I know
interested.
I think last year was an hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah, the buy-in show starts at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, so it's an hour.
Yeah, and then 8 o'clock the main card.
Okay.
So there you go. It's hopefully you guys make it through the show tomorrow. I know. Hopefully I don't pass out during the show. Neither does Datila.
Hey, I'm gonna stay up. I mean, it's gonna be like 9, 10 o'clock for me.
Yeah, me 12:30, 1 a.m. Hopefully it doesn't go till 1 a.m.
Oh, some of these matches are gonna run an hour.
And my head's gonna be on the pillow. But get into let's see what's going on in the wrestling news here. Stuff in the world of pro wrestling. Yeah, on WrestlingInc.com. I guess I could see the collision results. Let's see here. Okay, so collision results. Let's see this. Of course, Swerve and Ospreay having to stare down there. I just can't wait for the match. It's going to be a banger of a match.
Oh, it is. It definitely is.
So we got Orange Cassidy and Tomohiro Ishii versus Shane Haste and Robbie Eagles. Who are these guys?
TMDK. They're the teammates of Zack Sabre Jr.
Oh, okay. No wonder why, because they're never used. So let's see who won the match here. Orange Cassidy and Ishii, no surprise there.
Yeah, Tomohiro Ishii.
Ishii headbutted Haste and then ate a lariat. Cassidy delivered a beach break. Not surprised there. Stephanie Vecchia versus Lady Frost, of course. I'm going to have to say Stephanie Vecchia won the match. Yes.
She did.
Yes. Jax attacked Vecchia from behind, and Mercedes delivered a backstabber. All right, to sell off their the match for later on today. We got Serena Deeb in action tonight. Serena Deeb versus Kelly Madden. Serena Deeb won. Yep.
And
so
then,
it looks like it's going to be
and
Serena.
then Rihu came out because she asked for competition, and I will say this: I will put it out there in existence. Give me Serena Deeb versus Deonna Purrazzo, and I would love it for it to be a 30-minute Iron Woman match.
I'd take that too. I would like to see that as well. Hechicero versus Kevin Blackwood. Hechicero won. Yes. Danny Garcia, Mr. Dancer there. Who knows hips. Versus the Butcher. Danny Garcia won. I'm not surprised by that. Hikaru Shida versus Deonna Purrazzo. This sounds like a good match here.
It was.
Hikaru Shida versus the Virtuosa. Miss Deonna Purrazzo.
Mrs. Steve
Carl
Macklin,
Sheeta
I should
won.
say.
Peraza attacked Carl Sheeta. Sheeta delivered candlestick to Deanna Peraza, and Thunder Rosa made the save.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder where they're going with this. And the main event, of course, Leo Rush, Mark Briscoe, Dante Martin, Jack Perry, Konosuke Takeshita, and ELP. Konosuke Takeshita won it.
It was a tag team match. It was a trios match, so they forgot to add.
They forgot to add. They've got to add Jack Perry
and ELP.
Yeah. Not surprised. Not surprised by that. Not surprised by the outcome of the match. And the weigh-in: Will Ospreay, Swerve Strickland. Did we really need a weigh-in? Ospreay weighed in at 220 pounds. Swerve weighed in at 230. All right. They took photos and talked trash. Yawn, snore, change the channel. Ospreay shoved Swerve in the face. Both men had to be held back. Ospreay broke free and did a running hidden blade for taking the world championship from Prince Nana. Wow. This sounds like Collision was a mid-show to me.
It was all right.
Aside from Hikaru Shida, Deanna Purrazzo, the main event. Dan Garcia versus Butcher, Hechicero, Kevin Blackwood, Serena Deeb versus Kelly Madden, Serena Deeb obviously was going to win it. Stephanie Vakir and Lady Frost, obviously Stephanie Vakir was going to win it. And then Orange Cassidy Ishii, not surprised. So, yeah, Datila said Collision was okay. To me, just by reading these results, it just sounds like a mess show. Let's see here. 6-man tag confirmed. 4-way tag added to Forbidden Door. Yeah, 14-match card. Hikaru Shida beats Deanna Purrazzo. Advances to the Women's Own Hard Cup. Daniel Bryan. Bryan Danielson comments on creative role in AEW, where he books his own storylines. Yeah, they probably have to give Bryan full control of his matches. Probably requested it. So, Bryan revealed in an interview with Sports Illustrated that he has absolutely no control over his creative direction. He kept saying, here's the truth. I don't want anything to do creatively with my own stuff. I also don't know where people get the notion that I do. It's very hard in wrestling to be objective about yourself. So I leave that in the hands of other people. He claims that he didn't have any say in his career during his time in WWE, even when given the chance. He kept saying that was the same thing in WWE, even when I was a part of the creative team. The head writer of SmackDown at the time, Ryan Callahan, asked me what I wanted to do, and I remember saying I didn't want to talk about what I wanted to do. I don't think you can be objective about that stuff. All right, so Bryan has no control over his creative direction. I wish he did. But, he's got to work with the material that is given to him. And they still come off good. Bryan's material still comes off good whenever he's in the ring.
Yeah, I definitely think that he'll win the title. I think they're going to save that for Wrestle Dream.
Yeah,
because it's in Washington.
Yeah, Bryan. Yeah, it's in Bryan's neck of the woods there.
Yeah, it is.
Let's see here. Funny comments on what it means to have MJF back for Forbidden Door. I'm so happy that MJF is back.
Me too.
AEW really missed MJF. Tony Khan commented on what the Stars' return means to both himself and AEW as a whole during the media call for the Forbidden Door event. Tony Khan ended up saying MJF's a big attraction for AEW, and it's great to have him competing at the event this weekend. Well, it's great to have him back in AEW. He ended up knowing how many exciting things are currently happening in the promotion and called Freeman's opponent, Hechicero, one of his personal favorite CMLL stars. I don't know what Tony Khan's deal is with CMLL. It's some, luchadors that I never even heard of. So,
I don't mind it.
Yeah. I mean, don't they have their own TV show?
I don't watch Lucha Libre. I don't watch Libra, and I don't watch CMLL. But I think it's a great exposure for them and introduces them to an American audience.
Yeah. I mean, I liked Lucha Underground when it was on. That was some good stuff. Until you gotta watch Lucha Underground when you get a chance. It's very good stuff.
Lucha Underground. I've heard a lot of good things about it, though.
You would love it. You would absolutely love it. Way better than the storylines that WWE did at that time when it was on. Mm-hmm. And it was kind of like how AEW is now, like a whatchamacallit, like another show, so like WWE's creative wasn't that great at the time, so it was like another show you watch and some good stuff happened. A lot of superstars that came from Lucha Underground you see in AEW and in WWE. Ricochet was in Lucha Underground.
Yeah, he was Prince Puma, no?
He was Prince Puma. I mean, I really wish they could have. Oh, Brian Cage was in Lucha Underground. Johnny Mundo, Johnny TV. He was known as Johnny Mundo in Lucha Underground, and Taya Valkyrie was there as well with him. Shaul Guerrero, Eddie Guerrero's daughter, was in Lucha Underground in the final season. So, but Datila, it's good stuff. You gotta check out Lucha Underground.
If I get that chance, I will.
Yeah, like the stuff that they did, you would have never seen in WWE or in AEW. So definitely give it a watch. So
I keep that in mind.
Yeah. So Tony Khan ended up saying Hechicero, who's had a great connection with the fans, great reaction whenever he appears. He was reintroduced in the LA Forum in the Casino Gauntlet match. He's had a tremendous match with Bryan. Picked up the win last Saturday on Collision against, Daddy Magic, Mr. Matt Menard, and definitely need to keep an eye on Hechicero. So yeah, Tony Khan, really likes what Hechicero is doing. So he's a Hechicero fan. He ended up saying that it'll be big for the fans at UBS Arena, which they end up saying UPS Arena. It's UBS.
Yes.
Yeah, UPS Arena. It's UBS, whoever wrote this article.
Someone didn't spell check.
Yeah. It'll be big for the fans at UBS Arena to see MJF this Sunday. I think Hechicero will be a great opponent for him, and it should be a really fun match.
I definitely think it's going to be a fun match. I can't wait for it.
Yeah, even though, like I said, my prediction MJF was going to win because it's in his hometown, it's in his backyard.
We both know MJF is going to win.
Omos launches new YouTube channel. Oh, great! See this?
Yeah, he reviews fragrances.
Yeah. Nigerian Giant has seen reduced involvement in WWE since Triple H first took charge in 2022. Thank God. Absolutely awful in the ring he is. He's like Satnam Singh. Thank God Satnam Singh. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I think almost best stuff was when he was in AJ Styles.
Yeah, all right. But yeah, he's like Satnam Sin. And it's thank God Satnam Sin is not getting in the ring no more. Thank God. Absolutely awful. Could only do one move in the ring. So it was reported back in December that he was being kept to minimal appearances in order to preserve his appeal as a special attraction. In the meantime, Omos has launched his own YouTube channel, though it is completely unrelated from wrestling. He will be making content dedicated to fragrances, food, and fashion. So Omos makes reference to his day job, indicating that he is still with WWE despite his lengthy absence. Related to Omos's absence, someone has been the disappearance of his manager, MVP. Yeah, we haven't seen MVP in a while.
Yeah, we haven't. Dang, it's been that long.
The former Hurt Business founder took to Instagram recently to address his issues with the current WWE leadership, claiming that he had several pitches for a Hurt Business reunion rejected and implying racist motives from those above, notably agreeing with the idea that Triple H was emasculating black men. Omos has now wrestled a singles match since May of last year, losing to Seth Rollins at Backlash.
It's been that long since he's had a match?
Yeah. He lost to Seth Rollins at Backlash last year.
Oh, I completely forgot that it's been that. Wow, that
That's
was
a
his
year
best
ago.
match. That was his best match, but that was credit to Seth Rollins for giving him his best match.
Of course, Seth Rollins, gave, took Omos to have the best match there. I want to go into this. Dijak. Dijak is no longer with WWE, and he knew that he was getting screwed. So June 29th marked the beginning of a new era for Dijak. He is now a free agent. His WWE contract expired, and he was drafted to Raw, but they were not using him. Dijak was stuck in catering. Dijak announced via his social media accounts that he would be leaving WWE after nearly 7 years with the company, with his contract officially coming to an end on June 28th. While the news seemed to come out of nowhere for many people, the man himself could see the writing on the wall. Speaking with Fightful, Dijak explained that the moment that he heard he was being drafted to Raw in this year's draft was the moment he knew his time in the company was nearly up. So he knew it. He knew it offhand. He kept saying that the second I heard those words, everything clicked together for me. My brain connected all the dots, and I go, I am so screwed right now. I am so fucking screwed. He kept saying, I'm live tweeting at everyone, and I'm texting everyone. I'm saying, I think I'm completely screwed right now. I'm connecting all these dots. I'm going. My contract is up in 1 month. They're going to call me up in the supplemental draft. That means they don't have anything for me. That means I'm going to come down to the wire. That means they're going to either try to bend me over the barrel or just fire me altogether. And I'm just connecting all these dots. Dijak admitted that it felt strange knowing what he knew while the rest of the NXT roster were celebrating him being drafted to Raw, completely unaware that it was likely the last day they would share a locker room with him in WWE. So he obviously knew that, he was either going to be fired or just trying to bend the barrel over him. But I liked Dijak. I thought he was, good in the ring. I liked his character here that he used in NXT, kind of like a resemblance to the late great Big Boss Man. You got the glasses and the jacket. He had the look and style of the Big Boss Man there. So, what do you think, Datila? Did you were you a fan of Dijak?
We both know I don't watch NXT.
Yeah.
So
he was used. He was used. In.
I saw very little of him in NXT. Again, I don't watch NXT on a weekly basis, and that's not going to change anytime soon. So I didn't see much from him. But from the little that I did see, he definitely had potential. At least he let his contract expire. and they didn't release him, you know?
It doesn't say
So
it doesn't say he has a 90-day non-compete.
because his contract expired.
Mm,
It expired on Friday, I think. Yeah, it expired yesterday, I
yeah,
think.
yeah, June
So
28th.
in a way, it was good for him that his contract expired because they could have released him.
Yeah.
They could have released him, and then it would have been worse because he would have been stuck with the 90-day non-compete.
Mm,
So the more things change, the more they stay the same.
yes, exactly. Jim Ross provides update on Forbidden Door status. Fortunately, good old JR was in the hospital again, which is sad. Jim Ross has provided his fans with a health update following the recent news that he had to be admitted to the hospital for an overnight stay. He revealed that he had been having breathing problems following the news that he had come down with a case of influenza A. That sucks. And was ultimately admitted after taking a trip to the emergency room. With his health problems, many people suspected that he wouldn't be able to make the journey to Long Island to help call AEW and New Japan's Forbidden Door pay per view. However, that doesn't seem to be the case, as Ross revealed on X that he is out of the hospital and is on his way to New York, right, and flying to New York City Saturday for hashtag Forbidden Door. Wouldn't miss it, AEW. So Jim Ross is going to be in New York for Forbidden Door. But it's sad, what Jim Ross, went through, with having breathing problems and skin cancer. I mean, he's one of the best wrestling commentators. I grew up listening to him and Jerry King Lawler call
I
Monday
think
Night
a
Raw.
lot of us did. A lot of, stuff.
Yeah, they were they were the best. They were the best commentary duo together, and just listening to them, do commentary, it just made the matches feel more better and very energetic. They felt almost at times like a pay-per-view quality match. But yeah, I miss seeing Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler, do commentary together. But when I listen to Jim Ross on AEW, I gotta admit, like he doesn't sound, very interesting anymore. I know, he's getting up there in age, but there's a big difference when you hear Jim Ross nowadays doing AEW commentary than when he used to do the commentary, in WWE, back in the day. Like Jim Ross sounded more energetic back in the day you know, than how he sounds now when he does commentary.
Because I think because he was younger, he's up there in age now.
Mhm. But still, he's still one of the best pro
Yeah, he
wrestling
is.
commentators.
He definitely is.
WWE reportedly frustrated by amount of Fox censorship on SmackDown. Yeah, I heard about this. Even in the uh, Bloodline, the Acknowledge the Bloodline segment, in the end, they just censored the whole thing. It's like you just heard like mute because the crowd was, chanting, you know, curse words, foul language, and as SmackDown went off the air, you heard the crowd cheer, and then it went to black. I'm like, man, I cannot wait for SmackDown to get off of Fox and for it to go back to USA. I cannot wait.
Yeah, USA wasn't too bad with the censoring.
Yeah, I'm really glad. I'm really glad that they're going back to USA because this censorship on Fox is just absolutely annoying, and it just kills the vibe of the show. Yeah, many fans took to social media during the show to bemoan the censorship throughout the night, with transmission muted and cut off the censor expertise picked up in audio. Yeah, they gotta stop with this muted and cut off, censor shit. It's just absolutely awful, and
I
it just
agree.
throws off.
I
It
agree.
just
I thought
throws
there
off the
was.
vibe of the show.
I kind of thought there was something wrong with my provider because I was like, why is my screen turning black?
The same with me. Like every time, like when it goes to black, I'm like, is it my provider or is it on their end? But obviously, it's on WWE's end. So it says after which Fightful Select have reported that several within WWE indicated they were frustrated over the censorship, with one longtime talent reported looking forward to the impending move to USA Network, quoted as saying, "It's a chore to watch sometimes. I understand censoring fuck the Pacers, but it feels like every segment is edited and it makes us look like it's our production." Yeah, I agree. With the whole censorship, it feels like a chore to watch SmackDown for 2 hours. Like I said, it kills the vibe of the show when it's censored or when it cuts to black and then goes back to the arena. All
Yeah.
for censorship.
Just imagine when Raw goes to Netflix, they're not going to be censored
Oh
anymore.
yeah, we'll talk about that. Uh, Several exploitees were censored during the match between Logan Paul, LA Knight, and Santos Escobar to qualify for the men's Money in the Bank match. Logan Paul was joined by Indiana Pacers point guard Tyrese Halliburton for the bout, who attempted to retrieve Logan Paul's signature brass knuckles to win the bout. However, Jalen Brunson of the New York Knicks jumped the guardrail from his front row seat to balance the odds. Confusion allowed for Knight to pin Paul to qualify for Money in the Bank, but there was an audible "fuck the Pacers" chant. Elsewhere, the screen cut to black during Nia Jax's entrance, aimed to censor what appeared to be a child flipping them. Wow, that's hilarious. A child flipping off Nia Jax. That's classic right there. That is so funny. I could imagine just seeing that when it was not censored. I'd be laughing my ass off. SmackDown will be moving to USA Network on September 13th, with WWE's broadcasting deal with Fox due to expire directly beforehand. Yeah, just like I said, stop with the censorship on Friday. It makes SmackDown just absolutely a chore to sit through, and it kills the vibe of the whole show. It really does. So, but Datila will be right back. So I'm going to see what else is going on here. Yeah, Kayla Braxton's departure. Yes, said that Kayla Braxton is leaving WWE to pursue other opportunities. She was with the company for 8 years, nearly 8 years. It was announced on June 22nd via her social media accounts that she would be leaving WWE, and is thankful to everyone she worked with during her tenure, and is looking forward to what the future holds. Braxton's contract with WWE had reportedly expired prior to her announcement, meaning that she would be working on a verbal agreement until the end of June. Reasons for her departure had already been rumored and in the Wrestling Observer newsletter. Dave Meltzer was able to offer up some more details on why Braxton chose not to stay with the company. According to Meltzer, one source had told him that Braxton could see the writing on the wall in WWE, as higher-ups saw Jackie Redmond and Kathy Kelly as the number 1 and 2 choices when it comes to backstage interviewers. And I like Jackie Redmond and Kathy Kelly. I think they both do, really good, with the commentary backstage, interviewing the superstars. Resulted in Braxton feel like her time with WWE was nearing its end. Meltzer noted that she already Meltzer noted that she has since moved to Los Angeles to look for outside work, and that she already enjoyed her time off in WWE. So an extended break will be something she is looking forward to. It seems that as her future is concerned, it seems that it won't be in wrestling, more specifically AEW. Rumors began to swirl following her announcement that she would be jumping ship to AEW at the end of her contract. Despite apparent talks between Braxton and AEW happening, she ended up herself shutting down the rumors on social media by saying that if she wanted to stay in professional wrestling, she wouldn't be leaving WWE. So it looks like, Kayla Braxton won't be going to AEW because she shot down those rumors and, predictions. But
that's what everyone says.
Yeah, but we'll miss Kayla Braxton. She was a good, backstage interviewer. I thought she had, the mic skills to interview certain superstars. But, Jackie Redmond and Kathy Kelly, they do, pretty good as well. So,
Who can ever forget the iconic? Hey, Kayla. I thought I'm gonna miss Kayla. I think she was really good. Sad to see her go, but wish her well.
yeah. Iconic. And now they're in TNA.
Not anymore. They haven't been in TNA in like 2 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they
That's
had
how
a
much
very short. They had a very short run in TNA.
that's how much I follow TNA. Let's see here. I guess we could talk about the WWE going to Netflix. Monday Night Raw going to Netflix, being uncensored.
Hmm.
So when January comes, WWE is going to be putting Monday Night Raw on Netflix, and I'm really looking forward to it. And this signals, with it being uncensored, it signals that we're possibly going to be, getting very edgy material, TV 14 material. So I'm really am looking forward to this. I think this will signal the end of the PG era once and for all, and I like to see where this is going to go. So I'm going to be signing up for Netflix. Come maybe at the end of December, January. Just in time to catch the first Monday Night Raw on Netflix.
But to think I was gonna cancel my Netflix.
I don't even
I'm
have Netflix,
I'm very curious
though.
to see how
So
this is gonna work because with it being live on Netflix, are you gonna be able to watch the replay immediately after? How long before you can like watch the replay? You get me?
yeah, probably
You
after
know?
the show. Probably after the show is over.
I don't think so. I think because even with Peacock, like once the pay-per-view ends, you still have to wait a while before you can rewatch it.
So it might be available the next day.
Who knows?
Hopefully.
But I'm excited. I can't wait for Raw to be on Netflix. I'm just so curious to see how it's gonna work, and I wonder what time it's gonna be on. Like I wonder if it's gonna be like live all across the board at 5. You know?
Hmm. Yeah, I did not expect this. Was a surprise to me when they announced this. I never would have thought that it would go back to being uncensored. Uncensored. Having that edgy material. You know, going back to like the Attitude Era. But
I
unfortunately,
don't
this is
I
not going to
don't
be
think
no Attitude Era.
Yeah, I don't think the Attitude Era is fully coming back. I do think it'll be edgy, but I don't think it'll be as edgy and as crazy as it was in the 90s.
No, that was my time. That was my time of when I got into wrestling. When Stone Cold, Steve Austin was there. The Rock. The Rock is what made me become a wrestling fan. I was more of a Rock fan than a Stone Cold Steve Austin fan back when I was a kid.
Oh, okay.
Uh, so Triple H ended up saying that WWE will be uncensored on Netflix. We won't have those issues with Netflix. He announced this on the Pat McAfee show. This was on Monday. Triple H explained one of the ways in which his company's presence on the stream will affect its on-air product, pointed to the less restrictive nature of the platform. Triple H ended up saying, right now, just as an example of us being on Fox, and if the crowd chants "Holy shit" or something much worse, they just take that audio. Sometimes they take the picture and the audio off, and it's just a black screen. Even Triple H acknowledges that. So Pat McAfee provides commentary for Raw. Know that one such moment happened earlier this year in a highly anticipated segment involving The Rock, in which Fox repeatedly cut the visual feed because a "Die Rocky Die" sign could be seen on screen. I remember that, where it
Me
would
too.
just, cut back and forth, back and forth. It was absolutely annoying. Uh,
Whoa. Okay. I guess Michael Chat went out. But yeah, I remember them censoring Rocky Die. But hopefully with it on Netflix, all that censorship dies. And I don't think USA Network censors as much as Fox. So hopefully we won't have those issues with SmackDown when they go on USA. And let me see if I can find that article. I didn't have the article out. But what do you guys think of the show being uncensored on Netflix? So, how is everyone's night going? Hope it's going well for you guys. You guys excited for Forbidden Door or Money in the Bank and Heatwave next week? Let me know in the live chat or in the comment section down below. But yeah, I can't show the comments on screen, but I'm just gonna be reading them. Let me see. You think, hey.
Yes, I don't know what happened. I got cut off there. StreamYard.
Okay.
But like I said, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen come January for WWE. You know, if there's gonna be ads on Netflix.
I don't have ads because I have the ad free one, just like I do with Peacock.
But you know, but I don't know if they're gonna be, you know, showing ads, you know, like commercials like on TV.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Like that. So we'll see how this will work come January. I mean,
yeah.
Netflix has got my money.
That's for sure. Alrighty, so are you ready to wrap up, I assume?
Yeah, we're gonna get ready to wrap up. Money in the Bank predictions. Probably will do, you know, it maybe this week, you know, if I have the time.
And if I have time,
yeah,
be very busy.
Yes, you too as well. Muhammad says, as Raw moved to Netflix, how can I watch Raw? I don't have access to it. I still want to watch it. Create a Netflix account come January, and then you get Monday Night Raw right there whenever the first Monday Night Raw on Netflix happens. So you just create it at that time, and there you go. You'll have access to it. I think they said they're going to put the pay-per-views on there at some point.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what's going to happen with the deal with Peacock.
You know, this would actually be beneficial for everybody who lives overseas because now they don't have to wait till like hours of the night to watch Raw. You know.
Yeah, I think this is going to benefit, you know, people overseas, and you know, they don't have to, you know, stay up late. Probably, you know, they could always watch it the next day.
Yeah.
So, shout out to everyone in the chat. Thank you. Well, guys, this is going to be it for the live stream. I want to thank Datila, as always, you know, for coming on. These are very fun to do these predictions, and you know, go over to her channel, give her channel a subscribe. It's Rangers of Wrestling. She does WWE, AEW reviews. On Buy Slam, she reviews TNA every single Thursday. And she's a big Power Rangers fan. Of course, her channel name is Rangers of Wrestling. She's a combined fan of wrestling and Power Rangers. So, you know, check out her channel, subscribe to her. She's one of my good friends here, and you know, check her out. You know, she's an awesome person.
I appreciate the pitch.
There you go. Get her to as many subscribers as possible.
Thanks for the pitch. But yeah, as Michael was saying, you can check me out on Rangers of Wrestling every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The occasional Saturdays and Sundays I actually will be live tomorrow after Forbidden Door doing my review of all things TNA. You can check me out on Body Slam every Thursday.
Maybe I'll join you tomorrow for Forbidden Door if I'm still awake after the show.
Awake.
Yeah. So maybe I'll join you for that. Join you in your review.
Hmm.
For me, you check me out here, Michael 1591. Subscribe to me. You all know what I do. I do movie reviews, WWE, AEW reviews. The PLEs, uh, also DVD, Blu-ray, 4K updates. Movie reviews. You know, so if you're tuning in and you're not subscribed to my channel, definitely subscribe to it. And Datila, pops up, you know, here from time to time. So you'll be seeing Datila, a lot more here on my channel. So, but yeah, give her a, like I say, give her a subscribe.
Thank
So
you.
with that being said, take it from Datila. So
Bye.
with that being said, thank you all for watching. Be sure to give the video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and be sure to check out Datila's review tomorrow of Forbidden Door. I'll be joining with her
If you're
probably
still up.
if I'm still up. Yeah. So join me on her channel. And with that being said, have a good night, everybody, and hope you enjoy this live stream. So see you guys. Bye.